It's good to see your smiling face.
Yeah, how are you? It's so good to see you again.
Good, happy, busy as crap, but good, happy. Yeah.
I know. I was looking at the always correct IMDb, and it says you have like 12 projects coming up. I'm like, my goodness.
Yeah, and a lot of them are things I've read and said yes to that just have never been made yet. But then there's quite a few in there of the 13 proposed ones that have happened, yeah, and are either filmed or have a date on the calendar. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Well, we're happy to have you on tonight with us because that means you're coming back to town. We get you back in Dallas for Texas Frightmare weekend.
Yes, for which I'm very excited. This is my first time actually going to Texas Frightmare weekend. I know it's a huge
Yeah.
convention. And so my appearance actually is being sponsored by Arrow Video,
Yes.
and they're the ones putting out the I think we're celebrating their 4K ultra high def release of Crimson Peak, which I played two of
Yes.
the Ghost Ladies in, and so I'll
Mhm.
be at their booth all weekend, not in the other signing area.
And I bet your hand's going to get tired because people have all kinds of things for you, and there's thousands of people there. It's just out of control, but so
It's a
much
big
fun.
one, yeah. I've been wanting to come to Texas Frightmare for forever, so I'm really tickled pink to finally join you all there. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's so cool because these conventions, they might take a little bit from you, but you get something from them because you
Oh,
get
I
loved
do.
on all weekend, right?
I sure do. Yeah, there are some actors that do it just out of duty. I do it because I love meeting the people who've been watching my career all these years. And the stories that I hear at my table, one after another. If there's first of all, it humbles me beyond belief that if I see a line of people waiting to meet me, that's how did that ever happen? I don't know. But God bless you all for being there with me. But um, I love to hear stories of something you were in. I watched while I was in the hospital. It helped me heal. I was going through a really hard time with the death in the family, and something of yours helped me get through it when I watched it. I used to enjoy this movie, that TV series with my dad. He's dead now. Every time I watch, I think of him. It brings him back in some way. These are lovely stories that I could only hear in a venue like that. So I really do love the convention scene where I can make contact with the people who have been I'm so grateful for. I wouldn't have a house if it wasn't for them. So,
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. I love that. And then, of course, I mean, you have so many iconic characters that they're choices of things that people bring to you for from Pan and Ped's Labyrinth and Ape Safety and Hellboy and then Silver Surfer. What are the things that people want you to sign or want to talk to you about the most?
yeah, it depends on the convention, seriously, because different conventions have different flavors, different focuses. So a general broad pop culture con will be a smattering of all of it. I'll get my share of Star Trekkies. I'll get my share of Hocus Pocus. That one plays big almost anywhere because so many have grown up with that movie and now the
Mhm.
sequel. Uh, that Hellboy tends to transcend borders as well. It can play
Mhm.
in the horror fandom, it can play in the science fiction fandom, it can play in the superhero fandom. Yeah, that's a Hellboy always gets attention no matter where I go. Silver Surfer, you comic book nerds and fans that I love and pop culture. He plays big there. Pan's Labyrinth plays big at the horror conventions or the fantasy cons. And something like a Crimson Peak also is darker. It's a haunted house story, but it's also a gothic romance tale. So it really kind of falls into fantasy slash horror.
Mhm. And then of course, since we've seen your Shape of Water, looking at the
Yeah.
Oscar and
Oh, yeah.
everything, my
Shape of
goodness,
Water. Right. Shape of Water also people are aware of it across all of those genres. As well as, of course, I would be remiss to not mention What We Do in the Shadows,
yes.
uh, being a vampire show that is also hilariously funny. It kind of like, even if you're not a lover of vampires or dark stories like that, it's hilarious. So if you love comedy, so that kind of reaches out to a broader audience as well.
What an embarrassment of riches, right? That people
Well,
can
no,
have.
I mean, I feel like a hog, like I've taken up too much space in the world of actors, but I'm very grateful for every TV show and movie I've been privileged to be in, honestly.
Yeah. Well, and of course, people look up to you and they think, how cool is this to be able to do so many cool things, to have your own action figure a few times over,
Oh,
and
well,
just to do lots of really, really cool things and just have people love on you. And it seems like the best job in the world. And sometimes it is, but it's also harder than you think. What kind of advice do you give to people that want to do what you do?
which I do get a lot of young actors that reach out to me, so I want to do what you do. And
Mhm.
if you're a tall, skinny fella, you'll that's when you might do what I do. But if you're not shaped exactly like me, there's still a place. There can still be a place for you. If you turn on your TV, watch movies, there are characters, monsters, creatures, and humans of all shapes, sizes, ages, and ethnicities and cultures and everything. There's something for everyone, I believe. I really do believe that. But when it comes to if you're wearing lots of rubber bits and being something that is not exactly human, you do need to also think not just like an actor, but also like an athlete, because it does take some endurance and some physical torment on you to get through those shoot days. When you start with a makeup process that could go anywhere from 2 to 7 hours a day, which I've done all the above,
Mhm.
that sometimes you start your workday on set after a full workday in the makeup trailer. So
Mhm.
stamina and sleep and nutrition and exercise. I can't stress all of that enough. And also, but you must never lose the fact that you are an actor. You're not just a great talented pair of elbows. So much more goes into creating a creature or a character on film. And as we do as much acting as any human actor, we still have to find the internal workings of this character. What are our wants, needs, loves, desires, fears, all those things that motivate what we're doing in the movie. Even if we're running down a hallway growling after someone, there has to be a reason for it and an intention behind it that sells the audience on it. Just movement alone won't do that. So, and that's why when you have A Shape of Water, which was a 13 nominated Oscar movie, taking home Best Picture. When you have a movie like that with the monster on the cover, that was more than I had to do more than elbows. I had to do it right. In fact, Guillermo del Toro told me when that movie started, he said, "Dougie, you are the romantic leading man of this movie." And I was like, "Oh, well, there's no pressure." But yeah, it was a tall task. So I had to turn on the actor in me first, and the creature in me had to be a part of that.
Yeah, that was a good impression of him. We've had him on several times, and I love
Thank
that
you.
guy. And I've seen
Thank
you
you.
with him several times. He's
Yeah, I
he's the
love
best.
him dearly.
That's so great. Well, you'll like this one. So my co-host Drew Pearson, one of our great Dallas Cowboys, caught the Hail Mary, went in the Hall of Fame. Would love to ask people their Hail Mary moments, which is that moment in your life or career where you just had to go for it and it worked out for you. What do you suppose that was for you?
Uh, where you took a chance and then it worked out,
Yeah,
you
where you're
mean?
just kind of like, all right, here we go.
Here we go. I think, oh golly, I think it was, I've had so many Hail Marys. My gosh, every time the
Yeah.
phone rings, it's like, should I do this? You know, uh, so, hmm, I think, a page turning part of I worked under the radar and anonymously for so many years as an actor. People knew my characters, but maybe didn't know who I was. A page turning project for me that actually put my face into the public more was Pan's Labyrinth. Yes, I played two creatures in that movie, but it was also a six-time an Oscar nominated film, and it got a lot of attention. And I was the only American. It was filmed in Spain. I was the only American who spoke English as a first language in the movie. So when it opened in the U.S., they came to me for all the press. I did a lot of press junkets and fan screenings and poster signings in lobbies and Q&As after screenings. So that and a lot of magazine, TV, radio press that came with that. So this was attached to those monsters, and then they look me up, and it's like, oh, he's also attached to a lot of other monsters I've seen over the years. So I think I tried to tell Guillermo del Toro, you got the wrong guy when he came to me for Pan's Labyrinth because the faun El Fauno character, the faun in the movie has had to speak paragraphs upon paragraphs of Spanish dialogue. I don't speak Spanish. I thought, how am I going to memorize this dialogue? How am I going to deliver it with the right accent? I'm going to kill your movie. That's really narcissistic of me to think that I could destroy Guillermo del Toro film, but I was
Right.
sure that I was going to be the one who could do it. So I told him, you got the wrong guy. I think you could find a Spanish actor who's probably going to do so much better than me. He said, Dougie, you you can count to 10 for all I care. I can dub over it later, but you have to play the phone. So uh, I think he knew that I wasn't going to count to 10. So I actually buckled down and learned the dialogue of the film, word for word, knew the meaning behind it, knew our scenes back and forth. So I just knew the Spanish language of the film. And then the accent, yes, he did dub over me in post-production with the right sound that worked for the for the era, the
Mhm.
location, whatever. But an accent and nuances that I couldn't hear. But it worked out. I gave him perfect lip sync for dubbing over, and that was my goal. And he knew that. So I think if it were up to me, I would have backed out of the movie at the very beginning, like I tried to do. He wouldn't let me, and we go on to that was my first time attending the Oscars again with the movie having 6 nominations. It was a press junket like none other I'd been through before at that time. This got recognized more in public, and it became a calling card for all the career that I had after that. So that might have been my Hail Mary.
Yeah, that's amazing. And one of the things I love is that when people see you, you just have this with this warm, great energy, and always have just giving hugs to people, and you just have a great outlook. And we talk about that success mindset that you have to have, whether you're feeling it or not. As creative types, we're hard on ourselves. So, is there something you tell yourself that kind of keeps you on the right path, even when things are hard?
Oh, well. Well, the thing is, to me, I'm not defined by my career. So I think it's very important to not let showbiz be the only thing you have going on, right? I'm
Yeah.
defined by so many other things. I am a husband, I'm a father, I'm a grandfather, I'm an uncle, I'm a brother, I'm a nephew, I'm a son. There's many things that make me who I am. And so if this one area as an actor is I'm having a down month or I've been rejected or something, it's like, okay, that might hurt, but look at all that I do have. That's what keeps me going, honestly.
I love it. And of course, we're always excited to see you when we get to see you on the screen. So, what are we going to see you in next?
Ah, well, okay, Star Trek Discovery season 5,
Yes.
our final season is currently airing right now on Paramount Plus, 1 week at a time. And I believe that episode 7
Hmm.
is out now. So out of 10. So we have 3 more episodes to go. And then that series will be done forever. So if you can catch that on Paramount Plus. Also, I just finished filming my final episode of What We Do in the Shadows.
Yes.
Their season 6 will be airing later, but we just finished filming that final season ever. So having 2 shows that have come to a close, and on what we do in the shadows, I've been recurring as Beto Nafanas from I'm from the old country, and I've been through so much with that show, and it's hilarious fun. We
Yeah.
giggle every day. But I've been a recurring character a couple times a year that they'll have me. And this last season, they had me in 4 different episodes. So I feel very, very good about how I was able to say goodbye to that show. Also, I did. We have made a remake of Nosferatu, not to be
Yes.
confused with Robert Eggers'
Right.
Nosferatu, which is coming as well. I think his starring Bill Skarsgård in the title character, will be coming out in December. And ours is done, and it's but more on an indie budget. We don't have distribution yet that I know of. I got to call the team and find out what the heck's happening. But I love our version of Nosferatu because it's so much of an homage to the original. We are scene
Mhm.
for scene the exact same movie as the original silent film, but with talking and sound and dialogue. So, and new actors. So, we were filmed on green screen and plopped into the old movie. So I got to play in the same environment Max Schreck did when he played
Wow.
Nosferatu. So,
Mhm.
that was great fun for me. That was a bucket list character for me. I'm really looking forward to seeing that whenever it can come out. And I just finished, I have a bunch of movies that I have now done as a human.
Mhm.
Recently, since Star Trek, since I filmed my last episode of that, I took rubber off, and that was the last time I've worn rubber in a while. Playing more humans now, and I did a funny one called Operation Taco Gary's. And I might be playing an alien in human form-ish. And that stars Dustin Milligan from Schitt's Creek,
Yeah.
Simon Rex from the Scary Movie franchise, and also Jason Biggs from the American Pie movies.
Mhm.
So that was a rollicking fun time, that one, and very funny. And I just recently finished wrapped on a movie called The Weight of Darkness with Corbin Burnson from LA Law and Major League,
Yeah.
and Angus McFadden from Braveheart, and he was also in Warriors of Virtue with me many
Mhm.
years ago. And also Jamie King from My Bloody Valentine and Sin City and many, many more. So that was a great, fun, mysterious story with there's mystery, there's intrigue, there's suspense, and it's kind of a whodunit with a missing child involved. And I play a
Mhm.
nice guy in a wheelchair, but am I really nice? You know what I'm saying? Okay, okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got you.
so that and many more titles that aren't going to mean much to you that I'll I'll be social mediaing when those become
Yes.
available to watch.
That's great. Well, before we let you go, we got to know, this convention is going to take up a lot of time. However, do you get to do any fun Texas things while you're here? Any kind of beer, barbecue, anything you need to see,
Oh,
anything you need to do?
well, can you come to Texas without having barbecue?
I
Really?
don't know.
I don't know, right? Yeah. I have been to Texas so many times in my life and I love coming back. I have friends all over the state. So I will be seeing my Dallas metro area friends while I'm there. I have a niece that lives in that area as well now. So yeah, I'm going to be it's more about a people thing than a tourist thing for me.
Yeah, well, it's going to be great. We're going to really enjoy seeing you back here for Texas Frightmare Weekend this weekend. We appreciate you taking the time to prep us for it, and we'll see you up on that stage and out in that audience and giving hugs as you do.
Come on, you're going to be moderating some panels, yes?
I am. I don't think I have your panel, but I will be there for it. I'll make sure I come and say hi to you.
Because I got to
And
squeeze your face and hug on you. Yes.
I know this would be great.
Yeah.
It's a tradition. All right. Well,
Right, right.
I appreciate you so much, and we'll look forward to seeing you this weekend.
Me too, you. Big love. Thanks
Okay.
so much. Can't
All right.
wait.
Safe
Bye-bye.
travels. All right. Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.